Zagreb, obviously. So the dates are 23rd until 27th of February. Applications will open really soon, like next week, but you'll hear about the date if you follow the Facebook page. Web page is currently in the making, so it will appear soon online too, with all the information on how to arrive to Zagreb, what you can see, and what is expecting you, and everything else. Then, if you don't know about EPF in general, I mean, we already said that, but I will repeat. So we have the thematic part, like the thematic conference, and the second part is drafting the action agenda for the upcoming year. So about the thematic part, we have chosen the theme at Agora Chisinau. The theme will be Europe Under Siege, populism and anti-European agitation. So you will work on this theme, and along with that, you will draft the action agenda. So 300 people will be in this European planning meeting, and we also will issue an open call for helpers. So I encourage you to apply. Doesn't matter that you're not from the Balkan and the Italian network. It doesn't matter. So if you are willing to be part of the organizing team, you can apply for the open call for helpers. Sorry. It will be issued also in the next weeks. So stay tuned. And if you have Wi-Fi now, you can go to Facebook, Google EPF Zagreb 2017, and press like and follow us. So basically that's it. And yeah, make sure that you apply, because if you have heard before, Zagreb is not the strongest local in the Balkan network. And also we organized the amazing summer this year, so we are basically we're basically just doing the logistics for the EPM, and we have proven now that we are really great in doing so. So you will be hosted as you are our own guests in our houses. So make sure you don't miss the city of William Park.
So guys, first of all, thanks Lisa for this time. As you know, Catania was chosen for Agora. So this is a preliminary announcement, a preliminary phase. Let's say that the machine already started because it's a huge event. What I wanted to say here is that if any one of you would like to be involved in the organization, I think it's a very important opportunity, especially if you have some skills that you already have and maybe you want to improve. I'm talking about fundraising, IT, PR, everything will be an help for us and will be a stimulating experience for you. So what I invite you to do, if you want to join this phase, is already to write us on the Facebook page. Maybe please allow me, I will write a post on the Facebook group with the links and the contacts. Of course. And for next network meeting, probably we will start to hire, to look for helpers from the angle. Because I think we had a very good example of cooperation with Abra Higher and Abra Bergamo. They were really a nice experience where a big team joined all together. And of course, helpers will be recruited also from other antennas, but this will be like later. And if I have 1 minute more, I would like to talk to Rainbow Antennas, because AEGEE Bologna is doing L'Amore Ti Dona. So it's a donating blood event on Valentine's Day. It's very easy to do because Avis is already used to do this project. We already have the material, the PR, the flyers. So if your antennas is interested to join, it's going to be really easy to organize, and I think really nice. So that's it. I will write something on Facebook so you can write me for everything. That's it.
Before Caddeu will explain you a little bit what we will do afterwards, and just so you have time to.
Yeah. Okay. Later we will have open space technology. If you don't know what it is, basically It's an open space where you can talk about topics that you want to talk about. So basically what you have to do, if you have something that you want to talk about that is a problem in your local, or it's something that you want to learn, just write it down there, write your name, and make sure you are there later, because you will also have to like manage the discussion a little bit, and then I will explain you how it works in details later. So yeah, here's a marker. There are some markers here during the coffee break. If you have some ideas, just go there and try.
Okay, thank you. Now we have a presentation, and I asked Alessandra to do this presentation and this session because she has organized also some courses for fundraising for a non-profit association, and for AEGEE-Cagliari she got a lot of money. So, so it's your time.
Hi, I am Alessandra. In my life, I am a fundraising consultant, but this is the first time that I speak in English for fundraising. So, okay. I presented fundraising for AEGEE locals. It's a fundraising only for AEGEE. Usually, I work with all the third sector, but the AEGEE local have only a few topics, so I prepare this for you, only for you. Okay, what is the fundraising? Well, first, on this page, fundraising is the process of gathering voluntary contribution of money or other resources, for example, human resources, for example, logistics resources, by requesting donations from individual, business, charitable foundation, or government agency. And also is the people that start to speak about fundraising for charity. Define fundraising as the science of raising money, the science of the financial sustainability of a social cause. It is a mean, not only a purpose. No mission, no money. Vision and mission will explain your organization existence and focus on its activities. Writing a vision and mission is like crafting an elevator pitch. Make it short, clear, and written about AEGEE. This is the official website of AEGEE, and in the first page there is the vision and the mission. This vision and this mission is more or less the same for all locals. The vision of AEGEE Europe is AEGEE strives for a democratic, diverse, and borderless Europe, which is socially, economically, and politically integrated, and values the participation of young people in its construction and development. About the mission, AEGEE empowers students and young people in Europe to take an active role in society. The vision. Your ENGO vision is what the community would be if the problem is solved. A vision is the ideal situation that you hope to achieve. At the most basic level, your vision could be world peace. But world peace is too high vision and too high mission. So a vision is a picture of a future state that we are pursuing. It provides this context in which to make decisions. Vision is outcomes focused and also seeks to position the organization community amid the dynamics of a complex and ever-changing world. The mission. Every non-profit organization must have a mission statement. A good mission statement should accurately explain why your organization exists and what it hopes to achieve in the future. It articulates the organization's essential nature, its values, and its work. By the side of AEGEE Europe, the statement of principles. With the member of AEGEE, we come together in AEGEE to form an open voluntary network where we transform our ideas into action. And we whereby declare this principle to be fundamental to us. The diversity of Europe has to be valued, cooperation between people and communities, freedom and human rights. A strong Europe is built upon the foundation of respect, tolerance, and solidarity. Progress in Europe has to be based on knowledge and unlimited access to education. Our mission, vision, and strategic goals and objectives, plus a short curriculum for your association, is very important to release an amazing sponsorship booklet. One of the fundamental keys to getting sponsored is your ability to create a winning sponsorship proposal. It is an important document in the process of going from sponsorship seeker to marketing partner. It can literally make or break the deal. The amazing case of AEGEE-Cagliari, because I work for AEGEE-Cagliari, so this is the topic that I know better. Sponsorship booklet of our local and sponsorship booklet for an event. In this case, Caddeu. This is the booklet of the system. This is a case of problem solving. Sorry about that. This is a booklet sponsorship, but it is in Italian because AEGEE-Cagliari used it for a local sponsorship, but I translate a part more interesting. A short description of your antenna. We are an association, we are founded in, we speak about, we organize a short curriculum of your local. Your goal, the mobility, the young mobility, the cultural formation, the cooperation, a short curriculum, a conference, a thematic conference, a short course, for example, project management course for our people, English course, Russian course, international projects like summer universities, winter university, etc. Summer university, the most important international event in our local. Something about our people, what they studied, if they worked, what they studies, humanistic, economics, studies, etc. And an invitation to become another sponsor, but in the booklet of Agora, it is better. Okay. In English, what, when, where, and who. Only one page, and we described ourselves. AEGEE Europe, a short description. AEGEE-Cagliari, a little curriculum. AEGEE structure, because our sponsor don't know AEGEE is probably.
I have a question. You made the booklet graphically or what?
No.
Okay.
Yes, graphical part is for the key responsible. I, with the fundraising responsible and the main organizer responsible, prepare the content. But there is another fundamental part, the key responsible study this, and the PR responsible study when
The visualization.
yes, about the Agora, visibility and communication. So this is the PR part, website, social network, regional and national press, European network mailing list, and live streaming to the event, like in this moment. The statistic, every member of AEGEE-Cagliari speaks 3 languages, they work with about 11 different nationalities. This is in Italian, but is the advice to supporting us and supporting the largest European network. But this is only 2 examples. There are a lot of.
I saw the one UNESCO.
Yes. One of the sponsors. Wow. To survive in a changing world, a non-profit organization must develop a fundraising plan that rests on these 7 pillars of fundraising. The not-for-profit or the third sector, the charities, is like at home, and all of these are the pillars: grants, donation, crowdfunding, that is the fundraising 2.0, memberships, events, sales, and sponsorship. For each fundraising initiative or event that you put in place, try to incorporate activities from some of the other pillars as well. For example, if you are running a trivia night, set up and start to sell your organization merchandise. Conduct a raffle, and always make sure that programs or invitations have a donation form attached, as well as information on how people can become members. The gala, elegant, is the elegant night, sweet up. Grants are very important source of funds for most not-for-profit. And usually, AEGEE locals don't use this kind of fundraising. It's very difficult. Billions of dollars in the world is provided each year by local, state, and federal governments, as well as philanthropic, community, and corporate trusts and foundations. The donation, smaller groups often think it's too hard or they are not worthy to get donation. This is not true. If you have supporters, then you can have donors. The crowdfunding, after we speak.
Where we can see, so the state gives money to the association, but where we can see this.
These grants.
Yeah.
is the difficult part of the fundraising work. There are
website.
yes, there are websites. There are many links. After I show you a list of websites for English word and only for Italian because for the European people it's more general. So I try to give you only an Italian part of fundraising. I try. The crowdfunding is online fundraising campaign for a specific project. It differs from traditional fundraising in a number of ways, but the most significant is the importance of setting a target. The fundraiser sets a target, people pledge an amount, usually in exchange for some from a reward. But sometimes just a straight donation and the amount donated is remitted to the fundraiser only if the target is reached. Memberships, alumni, old and honorary members of our local. The membership program or an alumni program can provide a handy source of regular, predictable, and renewable funds for your organization. Friends of scale serve much the same purpose, but the fundraising potential is unlimited. Special fundraising events are the lifeblood of many non-profit groups. They can take a lot of time and energy to be truly profitable. Some examples: card book sales, festivals, trivial night, talent contest. I see that some Asian locals organize an Asian Got Talent for money. Art show, both dance, film nights, or chess forum, game nights, progressive dinners, and 10 weeks, like November 5th. Sales. In Italian, it's very difficult to say when you are in the third sector and when you are in the first sector. The bureaucracy limited very much our association, but almost every non-for-profit organization has a number of systems or services it can exchange for much needed revenue. Creating the sponsorship. Creating a successful community business partnership brings benefits to both the business and the not-for-profit involved, and often for the wider community as well. Sponsorships are just one type of community business partnership. Other models include volunteering, financial donation, in donation, pro bono or discount services, sharing donation of premises in public infrastructure. For example, our coffee break, the products in our coffee break are from the sponsor. For example, the yogurt, the orange juice, the coffee,
Red Bull.
Red Bull. After I show you all the sponsors of AEGEE-Cagliari. Okay, don't exist the perfect fundraising plan for every association, but different models of plan, one of every organization. If you are not similar to Google Apps, you can use the fundraising plan. For a good strategy of fundraising is very important the fundraising mix. You cannot depend only on one financial fund. What are the major types of fundraising sources? The types of fundraising most appropriate to your organization will depend on the nature of your work, your size, and your geographical presence. For many non-profit, these individuals represent a significant portion of revenue. They are typically people who live in your community and have a personal commitment to your mission, and they must be cultivated in a very personal way. Foundation grants. Philanthropic funding can be an important part of fundraising, particularly as it's related to funding specific programs, events, or capital campaigns. If you are new to to this type of funding, it's important to set realistic expectations. If you represent a small or local organization, stand out by seeking grants from small community foundations in your area. This website is DAFNE, Donors and Foundation Networks in Europe. This is the first page, and if you select your country, you see all the grants foundation for your country. For the Italians, there are another website, and there is ASIFERO, Associazione Italiana Fondazioni Eventi di Erogazione. There are all grants foundation for Italians. It's divided by region. There are more than 100 private foundations like Barilla, Caldo, etc. And they have an approved mailing list, approved by me. Government funding. Government grants cover a wide range of areas from the arts and education to community development and technology. For state and local grants, a search of agency website can be useful. It's important to note that government funders are typically less flexible and often require the ability to closely track and record services and expenditure. Focus on Italy. In Italy, they have two taxes, the 8-4000 and the 5-4000. And for example, the 8-4000 is an annual income tax returned between an organized religion recognized by Italy, like the Italian Church or the Waldesian Evangelical Church. The Waldesian Evangelical Church grants cover a wide range of areas, and AEGEE locals in Italy can use these grants. We use these, for example. And we use the 5-4000 too. Fees for service. Non-profit of all sizes use fees for mission related to services to meet programmatic and operating needs. This can include membership dues, publication costs, or fees for conference, seminar, and trainings. For example, the project management course from AEGEE-Cagliari on English course, Russian course, all type of course do you work to organize. The SWOT analysis for fundraising. SWOT analysis is an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and this is a structured planning method that evaluates those 4 elements for a project or business management. A SWOT analysis can be carried out for a company, product, place, industry, or person. Strengths, characteristics of the business or project that give it an advantage over others. Weaknesses, characteristics that place that business or project at a disadvantage relative to others. Opportunities, elements in the environment that the business or project could explore with advantage, and threats, elements in the environment that could cause trouble for the business or project. Here there is an example or SWOT analysis only for fundraising. For example, in the strengths there are the increase in the revenue, especially online donation. In the weaknesses there are the adoption of program practice and leading marketing techniques continues to lag. In opportunities, organization and effort crowdfunding can create significant new revenue streams and engage supporters from social media with minimal impact on results. In the tricks, increasing competition for supporters, donation, and time. There are the most creative ways to fundraise. I take it from my website. For example, a bake-off, a daily calendar, a quiz night, a speed dating, a dinner party. AEGEE-Cagliari use a lot of these examples. football match, film viewing, variety show, karaoke night, fancy dress, or with a party, Zumba, competitive eating. This is the website that I made. The idea is there are most around creative and fundraising ideas, but in the web you can try only a lot of ideas for the crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is a way of raising money to finance projects and businesses. It enables fundraisers to collect money from a large number of people via online platforms. The traditional fundraising is large amounts from one or a few sources, but the crowdfunding, as you see, many small sums from a large group of individuals. How does crowdfunding work? Crowdfunding platforms are websites that enable interaction between fundraisers and the crowd. Financial pledges can be made and collected through the crowdfunding platform. The crowdfunding raises small amounts from many people, rather than large amounts from just a few. In the first peak, you see that by pooling small contribution of money, a lot of people from groups of people who share common interests, and finally the power of crowdfunding. Everyone has the power to achieve financial goals. Where does the project come from? The principal is the USA, the UK for Europe, Italy in the 8th edition, and Romania only one. The most important platform for crowdfunding are Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Crowdbuild Open, GoFundMe, Crowdrise, and Fundly. But for the Italian people, the best, I think, is bonacausa.org. There are a lot of crowdfunding platforms. The amazing case of AEGEE-Cagliari Part 2. Our crowdfunding campaign for 20 years of AEGEE-Cagliari, an event called Unity in Diversity. This is our platform is bonacausa.org, and we finished this campaign in September in the last year, and people give a lot of money for us. An interesting presentation for you, crowdfunding checklist. Okay. Crowdfunding launch checklist. Run a pre-campaign. One of the best things that you can do right away before working on completing the rest of this list is to launch a pre-campaign page on Turner Platform Grid or LaunchRock. But service allow you to quickly and easily create a page that announces your actual crowdfunding campaign. Legal and taxes, very important for Italians. Unless you are already incorporated, make sure to set up an LLC for your crowdfunding project and get a business bank account. Social media. Another thing you cannot start soon enough is to bolster your social media presence. No matter how many or few followers you have, you are likely need more to reach your goal, and this takes time. To like crowd builder, make it very easy to gain a highly target and engaged following on Twitter. Research and picking the right platform. Depending on the kind of crowdfunding campaign you want to run, You have a plethora of platforms at your disposal. Don't assume that the well-known platform like Starter and Indiegogo automatically are your best fit. These platforms are very cookie cutter and there is a lot of competition for eyeballs in the form of other campaigns. Set funding goals. Much has been written about setting the right funding goal, and yet it remains somewhat of a crystal ball science. Because every campaign and every situation is unique, you have to do your own calculation. In the most basic scenario, your funding goals need to include these things. Cost of completing the project, cost of fulfilling rewards, legal, PR and marketing, platform and purchasing fees. So, set funding goal. Remember that only 2% of all crowdfunding campaigns raise more than $100, and setting a too ambitious goal can deter bakers. Okay. Set reward targets. It makes sense to research the most successful campaigns similar to yours and see which rewards did better than others. There is also data on what price points work best in certain Kickstarter and Indiegogo categories. Craft your story. Your story is the written description of your crowdfunding campaign that will be visible on your campaign page and is one of the most important elements of your campaign. Make your short story outlast 600 words and include images or renderings of your prototypes as well as video to drive the message home. Have your story reviewed by complete strangers and optimize it based on their feedback until your messaging is clear and concise. Make a video, secure the first 30%, and prepare PR media outreach. Grants. Trust and foundation are an excellent source of funding, but competition for these sources is fierce. No matter how good your case, if you submit a weak application, you are going to lose out. Similarly, corporations receive copious requests for sponsorship, so it is essential to make your bid for money stand out from the crowd. Why apply to trust and foundation? As a general rule grant making, trust and foundation follow their own direction rather than being led by the government of the day. They have a view on what they want to achieve and how that will benefit local communities. Trust and foundation have a website giving examples of previously funded organizations and their criteria for funding. A small number of trust is three application forms to ensure you provide precisely the information they are looking for. Question to ask during your research. When looking into what the trust is prepared to find out about them. Problems or needs in the trust particularly interested in. Type of activities the trust prepared to support, particular ways of working that the trust is keen to support, types of funding is the trust prepared to consider, possible restrictions or on what the trust will find, geographical area the trust focuses on, size and duration of the grant, policies on financial matters that might affect your eligibility. Selecting which trust to try to apply to and making the application. It is important to think about your application in terms of the project. There are a few trusts and foundations who will fund a community organization for cost, but in the main they are interested in funding 1 to 3 years project. So it is important to talk about the new work you want to undertake in terms of a project, with aims, objectives and targets, action plan, audience, budget, and monitoring evaluation. Do's and don'ts. If there is any application form, read the guidelines and complete in a draft form first and keep a copy. If you are presenting a proposal in short, you put a clear justification for the project. What evidence do you have that it is needed, wanted, and the most appropriate solution? Include the supporting information requested. Don't include lots of superfluous background materials that hasn't been asked for. Do attach a covering letters that summaries the case you are making for the funding in an objective rather than an emotive way. You answer you have included all of your correct contact details and the appropriate person asking the letters or form. Do answer you include any references requested. Don't say that this will follow. To ask a critical friend to read the thought and review your proposal. Writing funding application. Good practice when writing a funding application. Keep the application short. An application letter should be no longer than 2 sides of A4. Keep the sentences short. Use active language and give the funder what they want. If the funder has a set format application, follow it. Make sure you provide every piece or information they ask for. Tell the funder who you are. Briefly explain a bit about your organization background, aims, and activities early on in the application. If you are new to the funder, show them they can trust you. Provide press clippings and endorsement. Tell them about notable members or supporters. Refer the support you have received so far. Describe the problem and your solution. Offer enough information for someone completely new to the issue. What is the issue? What is the problem? What will you do to address it? What will you not able to do? And funders like to give money to something tangible and new. They are reluctant to fund involved administration costs. Even if you are continuing existing work, try to present it as a specific project, put it in a time frame. This helps you set a deadline for results. Ask for money. This is very important. When asking for money, you could ask for a specific lump sum or an amount over a period of time. Use the value of a previous donation as an example. State your overall target and how you are hoping to reach it. Offer a shopping list explaining the cost of individual part of the project. Provided a budget. The budget should explain how the money will be spent on the project. Include all the relevant costs. If possible, show how you determined the cost. Check the application again. Get someone outside the project to read your application before sending it. They can look for errors and inconsistencies and ask for explanation. This is a typical AEGEE budget. This is a budget that I use for AEGEE project. In the incomes, there are the participation fee, the grants, the institution or foundation, the auto-financing or the fundraising, for example, the merchandising. Sorry, I'm not very responsible. And the fundraising is the auto-financing, so there is the merchandising, various activities, courses, crowdfunding, lotteries. For the expenses, there are the location, for example, the workshop location or the participant accommodation, the participant meals, the materials like the welcome pack, promotion and merchandising, for web and social web campaign or visibility like press, transport, social program, and unforeseen expenses. The corporate fundraising is the corporate partnership is a partnership between a fundraising organization and a commercial entity, where the commercial entity provides money, skills, or other resources to the fundraising organization. This is a sponsorship proposal template. There are a title, the table of contents, a short description about your organization, your short curriculum, and the event information. For example, the AGRA booklet. In this case, the network meeting booklet that we proposed to our sponsor. The AEGEE-Cagliari partners. This is the institutional partner, the grant. For example, our region, our municipality, the European Parliament, and the FAF. The FAF is not a part of AEGEE, but this is the Foundation AEGEE Trust Fund. It is an independent NGO which is linked to AEGEE. Was founded by former AEGEE members, and all of its aims are related to helping AEGEE. Thus, it wouldn't exist without AEGEE, as our ultimate goal is to help the association. How can FAF help you? For example, for application writing support, project management support, or liquidity support. But can I get a grant from the FAF? No, the FAF doesn't give grants. If you have received a grant from another foundation or institution, you can apply to the FAF for liquidity support. They usually pay you part of the money after your project to close the gap between the moment you need to pay and the moment you get the money. The FAF can help you. For the AEGEE-Cagliari, we used this. This is the private sponsor, for example, Red Bull, for example, Induna Fiscally for streaming. This is a cultural festival. This is a car rent. This is a winery. This is food. Is taralli pugliesi. Is a traditional food. This is pasta cellino. This is jam. This is torrone, typical food of Sardinia. This is typical Italian sambuca, Honorary. Green Natural is a shampoo that you have, I think, in your welcome pack. La Tazza d'Oro is a coffee. Le Plumon is a catering, and Parosid is yes, it's a power bank for phone. Do you remember all of this AGRA? Okay, useful website. For English speaker, the best are firstgiving.com, the Institute of Fundraising, and the Fundraising Authority. For the Italian speaker, there are two blogs, very interesting. One is valeriomerander.it, and another is riccardofiede.it, that there is a blog about fundraising to 0 kilometers. Okay. For the finish, I read the new phrases of John Rockefeller Jr., one of the best fundraising in the history. Never think you need to apologize for asking someone to give you a worthy objective, any more than thought you were giving him an opportunity to participate in high-growth investment. The duty of giving is as much as the duty of asking yours. Okay, now I finish. Thanks. Sorry for my English. If you have questions. Now you have a workshop about fundraising. So